Hey guys, sorry it's been a while, but I've just had some problems with my phone. The camera wasn't working right; it wouldn't upload anything, and like if I made it too long, it would have trouble and it would stall and wouldn't upload. So I figured, as it was time for me to get a new phone anyway, so I figured I might as well get one that hopefully has a pretty good camera. So right now I'm doing this with my new phone. So let's hope that the camera works a lot better than my old phone. And I'm going to show you a few things that I picked up over the past few months. It's probably part one, and I don't know for how many parts there's going to be, but for now, let's just say this is part one. And first up, the first movie I have here is a movie I've never seen, but I've heard good things about it, and I've heard it's actually quite emotional. So I'm hoping it's really good. And that's Warrior with Tom Hardy. And like I said, I haven't seen this movie, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. So I figured I might as well pick it up, see what it's all about. And I like the cover there. It's about the same as the slip cover. And look inside, and we have just the digital copy code. And it's 2 discs. No inside artwork, but you know what? Oh well. Good disc art. We have the DVD here and the Blu-ray here. So yeah, I'm hoping to check that out pretty soon. Hopefully it's pretty good. Next up, I have one of my favorite movies of this past year. It's one of my not one of my all-time favorite Bond movies, but one of my favorite top 5 favorites of the series, and that's Skyfall. And I really enjoyed this movie. Like I went to go see the midnight premiere when it first came out, and I really liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. It took me a few views to actually really appreciate it, but once I did, I really enjoyed it. And one thing you'll notice about this one, my copy at least, is there's the placeholder from the Bond 50 set. I do not have the Blu-ray in here. The Blu-ray is actually in the Bond 50 set that's on top of my bookshelf that holds my DVDs. So I figured I'd put the Blu-ray in there, and then I'd keep the DVD in here. So I'd keep the case for the DVD copy, but I'd take the Blu-ray copy and put it in the Bond 50 set, which I thought works out pretty well. It's, I get to keep both sets. Like I get to keep the case. I'm not gonna throw it out or anything. It's a nice case anyway, so I wouldn't want to throw it out anyway. But hey. And next up is a movie that I never saw in theaters, but I heard it was really good, so I picked it up on a blind buy, and I really enjoyed it. And that's Argo by Ben Affleck. And I think I actually kind of like this better than The Town. Although it has been, to be honest, and to be fair, it's been a while since I've seen The Town. So I'll have to probably go watch that again. But yeah, it's basically, here's the cover art. It's basically the same as the slip cover. And I thought this was really good movie. It's like, not only was it a really good movie story-wise, but it's also like presentation-wise, it's great Blu-ray. It's got good colors, good textures. And it's just a really fantastic movie. And I really like the disc art here. It might look kind of plain at first, but that's the intention. It looks like the shredded pieces of paper that they have in the movie. If you've seen the movie, you understand. But the shredded pieces of paper, it looks like, makes up the disc. And I thought that's actually something I just noticed now, which I thought is really cool. And then we have the digital copy. And then we also have the DVD, which is basically follows suit with the Blu-ray. I have all the shredded pieces of paper and all that fun stuff. I wanted to get the steelbook of this from Canada, but I just never got around to it. And I figured, it's the same movie, so who cares? And yeah, no inside artwork. It's got some cool special features like absolute authenticity, Argo, the CIA and Hollywood connection, Escape from Iran, the Hollywood option, and feature-length commentary. So yeah, if you get a chance to see this movie, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth a watch at least. And next up, I have one of my favorite comedies of the year, which I thought was just really funny, and that's Seven Psychopaths, which is a lot different than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a movie about 7 people who group together and do stuff, but it was like really more of a black comedy than anything. But I thought it was hysterical. Like, there's one scene with the head. No, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but there's one scene, like they're in not really a dream sequence, but a storytelling sequence. I thought was really funny, and it's like just so absurd and so ridiculous that you can't help but laugh. And I thought it was a really fantastic movie, and actually has Tom Waits in it, which is actually one of my favorite singer-songwriters. So, and he did a great job in this movie, and I was really happy to see him. And this was actually the first movie I've ever saw him in, so I was really happy to see that, and I thought it was really entertaining. Next up, we have Star Trek: Next Generation Season 2 on Blu-ray. And this is, I didn't pick up Season 1 because Season 1 seems a little too for me. But I decided I'd start on Season 2 and gradually work my way up, and then maybe get Season 1 last, since it's not the best season. But yeah, so I got Season 1. I really like the cover, or Season 2 actually. I really like the cover. I know it's going to hopefully stay that way for all the other releases. And if you open it up, it's got some nice blue discs. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 discs. And I haven't really sat down and watched all these episodes yet, but I do plan on like doing a little mini marathon of them at some point. Because Next Generation isn't my favorite Star Trek, but it's not my least favorite. You know, it's not terrible. Well, actually, it is probably my least favorite, but it's not terrible by any means. I like all 5 Star Trek series. And saying the Next Generation is my least favorite isn't really putting it down, because they're all just fantastic TV shows. Yes, even Enterprise, but we'll talk about that some other time. But yeah, it's got all the episode listings there, which a lot of these I don't think I've ever seen. So it'd be nice to see them for the first time on Blu-ray. And yeah, it's definitely, I got it for around like $50 or so. So it's not a bad price, especially when it's going for like $60 or $70. And last but not least is a show that I've recently got into. Like, I used to think it was okay for the first few episodes I saw. I decided to actually go back and watch those episodes again, and then watch the episodes that came after that. And the more I watched them, the more I really liked them. And I thought they were a lot better than what I originally thought. So I decided to watch I finished the whole first season in just like a week. And I thought the second season was coming out. So I figured I'd really like the first season, so I'll get the second season. Hopefully that's even better. And that's Game of Thrones Season 2. I actually just got this past Wednesday. And I got the Lannister edition, which I thought was really good. They had another one, I think it was the Greyjoy edition, but I thought this one was a lot better looking. It's like nice red, nice texture. I like the lion. And Game of Thrones up here is embossed. It's really just a special slipcover. It's not really like anything super duper exclusive. You take that off, and then we have the Blu-ray right here. All the Blu-rays here. And then we have the DVD copy right here. So I'm going to take out the Blu-ray. And I really like what they did with this release. It basically looks a lot better, I think, than this first one. It's got all the characters on here. It's got him. You open it up. And it's just really good, really nice pictures, really good shadows and everything. And it's got a lot of inserts and a nice booklet. And then we have disc 1, which is episodes 1 and 2. Disc 2, episodes 3 and 4. Disc 3, episodes 5, 6, and 7. Disc 4, which is episodes 8 and 9. And then disc 5, which is just episode 10, plus the bonus features. Well, actually, there's bonus features in all of them. But yeah, I really am enjoying this show a lot more than I have been when I first started. So I don't know if it would be my favorite HBO show, because right now I'm really enjoying Boardwalk Empire. But still just a fantastic show. I mean, if you get a chance to see this show, definitely check it out. It might be a little slow at the beginning, but once you get into it and once you actually start getting invested in the characters and actually be able to tell what's going on, I think you'll really enjoy it. But so yeah, that's my part 1 of my however many parts this is going to be of my Blu-ray update of all the things I've gotten in the past, I don't say 2 or 3 months. So yeah, check back sometime in the near future. I know last time it took a while, but maybe I'm hoping to get this next one up not too far from now. But yeah, so stick around, and I'll put the next one up as soon as I can. Thanks.